Hi Felters and welcome. I last did a book review about a year ago and it was beginner books, and I didn't think I could show you that many of the pages. I wasn't sure legally what I was allowed to do. Well, one of my viewers has contacted me and says I can show you a little bit more. So I have another 6 books that I have been collecting over the past year, and they are really good, especially the last one that I'm going to talk about. So let's get started. So these are the books we are going to look at. Needle felting winter, the Jenny Barnett needle felting workshops, needle felting kittens, wool buddies, and then this last one, needle felting to the point, which is a really good one. So the first book we're going to look at is Needle Felting 20 Cute Projects to Felt from Wool by Emma Herrion, and there are a really good range of products. It's a lovely book, it's well made. I always do like it when the books are nicely made. It's got a lovely cover. I'm just going to go look at that cupcake. That's great. I am going to flick through. So I do believe, the polar bear is one of my favourites actually. So I do believe, so you can see there's quite a few pictures showing you how to do things. So you've got sleeping fox, bumblebee, little rabbit, that's really super sweet, butterfly, really nice actually. So it's not just 3D, it's a little bit of flat 2D, but it's also teaching how to do shapes and how to do detail on those shapes. So one of my favorites, obviously they're beautiful, but one of my, there's the cupcake daisy, so it's flowers, little finger puppets. I really liked these little baubles, really nice detail, really pretty, showing you how to do the cord going into them and the ribbon. So personally, I just think it's a great beginner book, and she teaches you about techniques and tools at the beginning too. So definitely one to look at. I will list all of these in the description below. But yeah, very happy with that. Lovely, nice, thick book. Next up is Needle Felting Winter 20 Projects to Make by Rachel Austin. Now Rachel Austin, if you guys don't know, does the Wishing Shed YouTube channel, and she's got loads of PDFs. So I was really pleased to get this book, and it's got a lot of really unique and individual projects. She's got all the templates that you would need for each item. Look at that little badger, it's just adorable, and there's all the templates, and she tells you the amounts of wool as well. So you look at this, 1.5 grams of wool, so that's how much wool you'll need for your head. It's great if you've got a little pair of scales. That's a little rabbit. There's the rabbit there. See, it's really cute. I really like her items anyway. So it's I believe most of these are different to the ones that she'll have on her YouTube channel. Again, another polar bear, very simple, very easy though. That was the wolf from the front that she does, and then she also does some very different things. So this is a picture, so that's nice to see. And yeah, these little the foresters, I think they're called. So she does some really unique, oh yeah, and that tree, I won't show you it, I've got to keep some of it as secret, but yeah, there's a swan and a really nice tree. So there's 20 projects to make. But yeah, it is a thin book. It's a lot thinner than the other one, but because of who she is, I know that her stuff is really, really good. So I do recommend it, definitely. Oh, there's this one, very nice and unique. Next up, needle felting workshops with Jenny Barnett. Right, so these are very classic, traditional animals, and they're done in a very Jenny Barnett style. So like I said, I won't show you, oh, there's the unicorns. I won't show you all of it. There's the badgers. Look at those seals. And she does lovely descriptions of everything. She does special little pointers on these little cards here. She talks you all the way through it. I mean, these are almost templates as well. Looking at them tells you how much wool you need, what kind of wool. So very, very good, very traditional. Finishing touches, she talks you through. Oh look, there we go, there you can see some of the characters. You see what I mean when I say they're traditional? Really, really beautiful. But the most funniest bit is her intro. Where is it? But I'm not going to show it to you. I'm just going to hold it up like this and read the first bit. I should like to take this opportunity to apologise to all the husbands whose wives have purchased this book. Oh, it's so funny. She does a little forward there, and it's really hilarious and really true. If anyone's read it, you'll know what I mean. So this is Jenny Barnett, Needle Felting Workshops. If you look at her Instagram page, her items are beautiful. She also does another book with more felted clothing for animals or for little dolls or things like that. So she is extremely talented, and this is a really lovely sort of experience book anyway. It's really, really beautiful. So the next book we're going to look at is Needle Felting Kittens. It's actually, they're cats, they're not all kittens. Just to show you, look at that. It's gorgeous. This is a lady called Hinali, and she's from Japan. She's self-taught, but her cats and kittens are gorgeous. So let's just show you some of the pictures on the pages. Absolutely. These are all needle felted, by the way. You might think they are not, but they are. There's not very many books out there on cats and kittens, but I just wanted to show you how she helps you through where you would put all the patterns. She does have a lot of pictures. Now, as one of my patrons did point out, the pictures are tiny. They are very small, but I'd rather have more pictures than less. So you do have to look sort of very closely. But she goes through several cats to try and make. So if you're interested in cats, do have a look at my needle felting video on other channels, because there are some really good ladies that do cats. But this is a really good book if you prefer a book. It's, yeah, really fantastic, and I really enjoyed reading it. Needle Felted Kittens. Now next up, this is just a bit of a different one because I think it's really good for children. Look at those look at those items. I just think they're beautiful. It's by Jackie Huang. And the reason I really got it, number one, I love that sheep, and number two, I really like that giraffe. I think that's quite interesting, the patterns on him. But I think this would be superb with children because it leads you all the way through. There's good pictures, nice big pictures of the items. I always like that. There's a little elephant, a wolf. You can see most of the items on the front. I don't obviously want to try and show you everything. Simple wool buddies. And so she starts with simple ones, then to moderate ones, then to challenging ones, which obviously the giraffe and things like that, they would be more challenging. So there's at least 20 projects in here. So I can imagine sitting there with children and you could say, which one do you want to do? And they would definitely be able to pick one. Oh my goodness, that's a guinea pig. That's so cute. But yeah, definitely a lovely little, look at the seal, a lovely little book. So there's some of the items again, just to show you. So the last book I'm going to talk you through is Needle Felting to the Point, Needle Felting Techniques by Harlan, and they do have an Etsy shop as well. Now the front of the cover doesn't really tell you or show you exactly what's going to be in here. Now that project is in here, and that's the last project, so it's really good. But this was recommended to me by one of my patrons, which I'm really pleased, because I would not have purchased it looking at the front cover. I wouldn't have understood quite how good it is. Now, this is basically about learning the art of needle felting and techniques. Number one, I just want to go through the very first thing she says. You are going to bleed, which I think is hilarious. But she says, don't worry, you won't bleed much. She talks through needles, and then she talks through obviously mats and all your tools that you're going to need. But she also talks through techniques and ways in which you put the needle in and out, and ways in which you surface felt or you felt deeply. So I think these kind of pictures, this is a cross section of somebody who's been needle felting, or she did it with a different colour. And I'm assuming it's a she. I can't actually find out for sure, but I do think it is a she. But if you want to really get involved, see, these are cross sections of items that have been felted again. This is a really unusual and interesting book, helping you to do shapes, helping you to attach shapes together, helping you to change shapes halfway through. Really, really interesting. Talks you through some carding, which is always useful to know. also talks you through how to make the wool almost into yarn by twisting it and then felting it onto a surface to be able to do really gorgeous decorations. So I think that's really, really useful. She also talks through simple wire armature, how to felt without wire armature, but this one I really thought was good. How to do a squash and then to take the inside of it out. So you'd felt around something and then you'd take that out and you'd have a squash that you could lift the lid up. So very, very unique and very different. So this is she helps you with the dragon at the back there. I just found it fascinating to sit down and read it all, I have to say. These bits on techniques at the very beginning, absolutely, you know, I've never seen that before in a book, so I can thoroughly recommend that one as a really good, different, unusual read. So Felters, I hope you enjoyed the review of those books, especially the last one. That is a really, really good book. They will all be linked in the description below. If you'd like to see the review I did last year, especially as it had some beginner books in it, click on the video here and I will meet you over there. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe. We'll see you again soon and thanks for watching.